Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to outline your coaching program. Now remember to subscribe to my channel if you like videos just like this. We release new ones every single week. Hey everyone, my name is Armin Shaffi and I built a multi-six-figure life coaching business, and now I teach other coaches my marketing system so they can scale their business as well. Now, if you have ever struggled with getting your expertise of coaching and put it into an outline or really understanding your coaching process with your clients, then this video is for you, okay? I'm gonna be walking you through how I actually help my coaches in my program, walk them through how to build a high-ticket coaching program, but really get them really clear on how to build an outline of a program so you understand the bird's eye view of everything, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, a long time ago, I was still selling coaching sessions one-to-one when I was starting out. And what I realized was it wasn't making me a lot of money and I was spending a lot of time. Now, when I looked in the marketplace, I saw the highest paying coaches were selling coaching programs. And I go, okay, so I got to build a coaching program. Let me create something like a 2-month or 8-week or something. I didn't know how to do it. I never got help, but I saw them and I'm like, maybe I could do this. So I sat down, I started to try to create like an outline for a program, and I really just got stuck. And I realized I was just using random techniques or strategies. More so, I was kind of sitting down with them and listening to their problems. And then like I would use one strategy that I knew and another technique and another thing. And I found that it was just a really randomized way of coaching. Now I still got results because the techniques and strategies worked, but that's not a way to build a business. So when I came to build my program, the actual outline of what I want to walk them through, I realized I have no idea how to build a coaching program. I have no idea how to outline one. I have no idea what my process is because I was just coaching one-to-one, which is another fault for one-on-one coaching. And while I was stuck, I went out and got some coffee, and I was with a buddy of mine, and he was talking to me about how he just started doing Uber and how much he loved driving Uber. And he was telling me, I'm like, what's so interesting about driving Uber? He's like, well, it's super simple, man. Pretty much, I'm just getting paid to pick someone up from A and take them to B. And for some reason, when he said it like that, it kind of hit me. I had this epiphany, this breakthrough. I thought, he loves to drive Uber because it's simple. The whole service is based around taking a customer from point A to point B. And then it hit me. Isn't that what coaching is like? Isn't it when I get a client coming to me, they're asking me that to take them from where they are to where they want to be? Isn't that how it works? So immediately I took that idea and I go, well, what if I just drew out a line and figured out where are my clients and where do they want to be? And then I figured out what the journey is like, because in an Uber drive, right, he's talking about taking turns and twists, right? And you got the little GPS there. So when you start where you are, it tells you the steps to take to get to that destination. And I thought, well, this is exactly what a coaching program is like. So I'm going to show you now what I came up with, because I was sitting there, I go, okay, so if I want to help my client, they come to me, they're in this unhappy current situation, right? They're sitting there like, man, I really don't like where I'm at, right? Simple. They're in their place. Now, on the other side of where they want to be, there's this visual end result, this idea of where they want to be, this desired, okay, situation. So I sat down and thought about this concept and I started applying it in my business on outlining a program. I thought, okay, well, I got clients who come to me in a current situation, they're not happy somewhere, and they want to be in this happy place. Wow, that's a one droopy long guy. We're just going to fix this up. There we go. Okay, so they in this happy place. And I thought, well, my job is to take them from where they are to where they want to be. Simple. So then I thought about, well, what do I have to do and to take them from where they are to where they want to be? And I started thinking about it. There are steps, right? For example, there might be 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And I got to take these big steps with them to help them build their way up. Maybe their changes, their habits. If it's health coaching, maybe it's first, like, I got to work with their diet, then their mindset, then they're this, then they're that. Maybe in business, like do this, do this, do this. And I realized in the coaching, it's a simple thing. It's just where are they and where do they want to be? And this is what I call big steps. So there's a current situation. These right here is what I call big steps, okay? So big step is like a milestone they have to achieve towards getting there. It might be less, by the way. No program should be less than 3 or I would say less than 4, because 4 is, if it's like a weekly basis, that's about a month of a program. So if these are weeks, right? A big step would take you at least a week to achieve with your clients. Now, it all varies and depends. It's just a template. You can do whatever you want. But the way you map out your program, your outline, is go, where are they? Where do they want to be? And what big steps do we have to take towards that? Now, under each big step, there is if you look at it under each big step, right, there are mini steps. There are small steps, okay? So there are small steps, and this is what I call, right, small steps. I'll give you a quick example. So if it's health coaching, for example, well, the first thing we want to do is figure out their what foods, like their body, what foods are appropriate with their body, like that are good with their body, right? Maybe we do like a diagnostic on their body and their health and where they're currently at. So the big step is to figure out a proper nutrition plan that cooperates with their body type or whatever it is. I'm just making this up. I'm not a health expert. But then underneath that, how do we do that? Well, this big step is to do that. Well, small step is now, well, I have to first look at their blood. Then I got to look at their urine. Then I got to see their deal, what they eat. You see what I'm saying? So this is a simple way, just to understand how to outline your coaching program. It's just understand that there are three things, right? There's the current and the desired situation, right? Then they want to go there. So you draw a line and you go, okay, how many big steps are there? You maybe make a list first and then you draw this out. So you go, okay, this step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which could be like week 1, week 2, week 3. If you're in a course, it's literally module 1, module 2. It's the same thing, same concept. This could be used for anything, okay? And under each of these steps, these bigger milestones, there are smaller ones, and these are the actual things they learn with you. This is the goal, and this is the smaller things they do with you, right? So if you look at a course, for example, it's like Module 1, how to grow an audience. Step 1, create a Facebook account. Step 2, do marketing. Like, do you see what I'm saying, guys? I'm just making this up. So I'm going to give you an example, like a real program that I have, so you can see how this works. So for example, for me, I have. Actually, let me give you just do this for you. So for me, for my Speaking at Clients program, so my Speaking at Clients program is how I use the core of presentation, so webinars to help coaches get high-ticket clients online. So this is my program. So I did this thing, right? So I drew the line. So this is where they want to be. Oh, sorry, they want to be here. Okay, there we go. They're even happier. There we go. And then this is where they are, right? So in my outline, I realized coaches are not making money. They have passion, but they have no clients. They have no business. They really are just running around not making enough money. Where they want to be, with this tar black mouth, where they want to be is having a functioning business, profiting, getting clients coming to them and having consistent leads. So I said, okay, how do I do that? So in my program, it is a 7-week program. Now, technically it's endless. They're modules, okay? But technically, if I broke it down to weeks, I want to teach it live, which I don't. I have an on-demand training for them, so they can literally go at their own pace. It would be 7 weeks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll quickly tell you what each one is so you understand how this works. So the first thing we actually do here is we get confident. We become confident with speaking, okay? So become confident because you can't speak and get clients if you don't know how to do webinars and speak and if you're not confident in yourself. So I created the first week here is all about confidence. Once they do that, then they get clear. I walk them through getting clear on their messaging, right? Their message. So getting clear on their offer, their message. Who do they help? What do they help? I call it the WWHY formula. Who, what, how, and why are you different? So I help them get clear on their message. That's week 2, essentially. It's the second big step. The third big step is I help them now grow an audience, okay? So once their messaging is tight and clear, now we grow an audience together. That's step big 3. So show them how to set up an audience growth funnel, create a lead magnet, how to get leads just trickling in every single day and growing it into a Facebook group or eventually into a funnel. The fourth big step, once we do that, and think about it, I'm still thinking end result, right? They want to get to having a coaching business that's making money every single week, right? Or every single month. And they are not right now. So what do I got to do? So becoming confident, getting clear on your message, growing an audience. Then they create their presentation, right? And we use the market research and the data we get from the actual audience that they have right now. And over here, we also create the outline of the offer. This is funny enough. This right here is just showing them how to outline the program I teach in the 4th step here in module 4, essentially. So I show them how to create the presentation and the outline of their offer. Once they do that, I show them how to launch their presentation, so how to actually do a live webinar or presentation and close clients for the first time and actually generate the income. Maybe if it's their first time creating a program, getting beta clients. If it's not, just selling their high ticket program from 3 to 10 grand. So we show everything on how to launch, from like literally how to go in the group, how to promote it, how to get people on, performance hacks for doing a great webinar. We give them our template for the webinar so they actually, the one that's made me over $100,000 in sales, I give the exact same template to them. They fill it out, and then even how to get the calls booked, how to close on the phone. We give them a script for that, how to track those calls, how to do, like, we take care of everything. But that's all the mini steps, right? All the small steps. Once they launch, we show them how to automate, right? This would be week 6, automate the presentation, right? So now we automate the presentation, and they have an automated webinar funnel. And what happens is, once they know it sells, we put it in a funnel, and now they can literally just generate sales for them because people are booking calls, watching the presentation. And then we take it one step further. The last, technically I had to end it right there. I could have ended it right here. But I'm like, let me go the extra mile. So in my program, what we do is we show them, because the end result, remember, my clients coming to me because they want to have a profitable coaching business. The last thing I do is I realize most coaches might make a lot of money using the system and get, even get a lot of sales, but their business model makes them spend a lot of time. So I give them an entire model on how to automate their program. So now what I'm doing with them is the 7th step, the last step before they have what they wanted the program, is automating their program so that everything is running without them, and they maintain the whole business with like very little effort and time, but they spend all their time with their clients, and even the program is on demand like we do in speaking to clients. So here's a large overview. Like, I couldn't sit here, it took me another 30 minutes to go through all the small steps, but essentially understand that under each one, there are small steps and there are milestones we've got to hit, right? And in our program, we give everybody the templates, the done-for-you marketing funnels and emails, but there are small steps. But when you look at an outline that you're trying to create, you got to remember, simply put, there's 3 things. What situation they are and where do they want to go, the big steps that you got to take them through, and the small steps underneath these. So these will be like, I'll give you a random example. For example, in getting clear on your message, lesson 1 is discovering your expertise, so what your niche is, and your target audience, so who actually is looking for that. Lesson 2 is choosing the business model you actually want to partake in, and how you want to build your business, the outcome, which also clarifies your offer. Lesson 3 is creating your new way, so knowing how you're different. Lesson 4, under getting clear on your message, big step, small step. Lesson 4 is creating a marketing blueprint by doing market research through an ask campaign. Lesson 5 is creating their signature marketing message. So they create statements that are keeping them clear on their message, and they create the signature message that they can put in their marketing. So at the end of this module, they are now clear on their message. So similar to the current and desired situation, in the big steps, there's also current and desired situation. They are where they are. They're not confident. We got to become confident. Not clear on the message. We got to become clear on the message. If we want to grow an audience, they have no audience. We grow an audience. My point is this as well. I even go to the extent of having checklists. So this entire way of thinking has made me organize my program very well. I even have checklists in each one of the modules. My students download it, and they have in order everything they need to do, and they just check mark it off. So technically, from the first box they check off on the first checklist to the last box they check off on the last checklist, by the time they check off that last box, they have a fully automated, profitable coaching business, pouring in leads, qualified book calls, and sales, and they're coaching. And they're literally running this massive, great coaching business like they wanted when they first paid me to help them do this. And that's how you create a great coaching program outline. So it's very simple. If you're struggling right now, all you got to do is sit down and go, okay, where is my current client that's coming to me? Where are their current situations? Understanding where they're at. And, maybe doing research or market research, whatever it is, and figuring out where they want to be. What's the end result? And then that's what you got to sell them, the end result, when you sell a coaching program for 3 to 10K, a high ticket program. Then you map out on paper, you sit down and go, well, what's the first big thing they need to do no matter what, and they can't move forward? It's this. Okay, what's the next thing right after that? What's the next thing right after that? And, just figure out all the big steps towards getting them there. And here's a couple things. I'm gonna give you some, pro tips, okay? Pro tip number 1 is don't make it anything more than 4 to 8. Okay, 4 to 8, less than 4 isn't really a program. It's just 3 steps. It's not really a program. So at least 4, if it's weeks or modules or sessions or whatever it is, at least 4 gives them enough time to learn enough. So it's not really a program if it's less. Now, if it's anything more than 8, you either don't know how to teach this better because it takes you so long to get them to the end result, and they will feel exhausted and just feel like it's too overwhelming. The number one reason why people buy coaching or courses and refund or quit is literally just not being able to go through because too much information. So the second pro tip here is, and I'll give you a hack, and this is what I really perfected with my program, is when you go through doing this, I want you to sit down and go, really qualify, filter out all the stuff that's not necessary, take out the fluff. Sit there and go, do they really need to go through this big step? Like, here's a good question to ask. Can they achieve the desired situation without doing this? If the answer is yes, take it out. That's how you build a clean, lean, effective coaching program. If they can get there without doing big step number one, pick it out. It's not big step number one. Now, if you say, no, they can't. For example, for me, if they have no confidence in speaking, there's no point in doing everything else because by the end of it, they have to do a presentation and have a webinar that's selling for them. Well, we have to cover that. Now, if I could get rid of that, and I did market research, no, becoming a confident speaker and a confident coach was actually a demand. It was a problem. I did some research to find that out. I didn't know it was a problem, believe it or not. If I took that out and I started to work on their messaging, everything, when they got there, they wouldn't get there because they have no confidence, so there's issues. So I had to cover that up, right? Now, if I could do this without doing that, I would take it out, and it'd be only 6 weeks long. You see what I'm saying? So, and do the same thing with the lessons. So in the big step, be like, do they really need to learn this to achieve this big step? If the answer is no, take it out. If the answer is yes, leave it in. And I went through my entire program like this. There's not one lesson video in SGC, in speaking to clients, that my coaches are watching that it's not necessary. And so for that reason, I have such a lean and easy to follow program. So when coaches come in, they get results fast. Like my fastest student success story launched his entire business, teaching people who stuttered to learn to speak with confidence, building his entire business and launching and getting paying clients and having an automated webinar and everything now. And now he's automating his program just within 8 weeks. 8 weeks, guys. And that is a result, that kind of client result is a result of having a lean and mean, really effective coaching program. So if you're looking at this, you're like, you need some help, you can just book a call by clicking the link provided with this video, either in the description below or at the end of this video we put on the screen, or wherever the link is, just click it and go and book a call. It's literally a 2-step process, and get on a call with our team and we'll figure out if we can help you out with this and your coaching program online and the rest of it. Like, even when you make this, how are you going to sell it? How are you going to automate it? Do you have the other things that you saw we teach in SGC? We can help you set that up so that after you have a program, it's not now you got to go chasing prospects to sell it to them. So, if you need help, just book a call. We'll go over what's holding you back, what's your goals, and we'll just focus on, does what you do work with our model? Can you sell high ticket? And we'll help you do that if you can't. And is it a good fit? And if it's a good fit, we can finally help you achieve these goals a lot faster. Right? Within 8 weeks, you can launch it from scratch. Now, if you have more results and experience in Daniel, which is my student success story, then you might be able to do it much faster then because you already have most of the stuff figured out. We just need the extra tweak. Now, if you're also watching this, you go, no, I could totally do this. Well, feel free to sit down and spend a couple hours just figuring this out. But once you're done, what's the next step? Like, what are you going to do next? Well, now you got to sell this thing, right? Now you got to figure out how to make an offer out of the program. This isn't the offer. It's like, what do you add on to this program to make it a stacked offer, to make it high ticket? These are all the things we teach in our program, and I want to offer you an opportunity to see if it's a fit for you to be a part of it. Because me and my team, we work with coaches to build their business. It's very good. If you like this content, there's tons of content like this, practical step-by-step systems to help you build your business inside the program. All we got to find out if it's a fit to work together. So go ahead and book a call with my team. I'm excited to speak with you, and hopefully we get to work together. Until next time, go on and make the rest of your day the best of your day.